everyone. Greg Wilkins here on Sunday, November 29th, 2020 for today's edition of the Song of the Day devotional. Today's devotional is entitled, The Eye in the Sky. Marjorie Jones was really excited about her new job promotion, except for one minor thing. It caused her to move up north, like Stamford, Connecticut north. And she lived in Orlando, Florida all her life, and the one thing she dreaded the most was driving in winter weather. She had never done it, she never knew how to do it, and that's the one thing that really worried her about the inclement weather up north. Well, this one particular February day, she was in her office and she just happened to look out the window and she saw sleet falling, and she got a little antsy. Oh no, I've got to drive home in this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's amazing. I don't know. But she kept on working the rest of the day, and she was the last one to leave, but there was a couple of people that were still hanging out, and they're like, well, see y'all later. And she was nervously walking to her car, and she was slipping on the way to the car because the sleet turned into ice, and it was really treacherous. She got out of the parking lot and was heading back to her home on the freeway. This particular freeway is 8 lanes, four lanes each way, and she was driving, and along the way, the roads looked pretty good. They treated them very well, but unfortunately she hit a patch of black ice, and she freaked out. She just closed her eyes and gripped the wheel. About 2 minutes later, she opened her eyes, and her car was sitting face to face with a pine tree, about inches away from the pine tree. And there was a EMT knocking on her window saying, ma'am, are you all right? She had a slight cut on her forehead and some minor damage to the car. Not very much damage at all. She opened up her eyes and she let go of the wheel, and she opened the door to the EMT, and they treated her and they took her to the hospital for shock. But what she didn't know until she got out of the car and looked behind her is that there were pileups in the lane she was in, and a median that she had crossed over and went all the way across the other 4 lanes of traffic, not hit a single car, and ended up in the woods, barely missing a tree. Didn't hit the tree, stopped right in front of the tree, but there were cars just swerved and wrecked all over the place in all 8 lanes of traffic. And the EMT asked her, ma'am, how did you get through that? He said, I don't know. He said, what do you mean? He said, look, apparently what happened is you lost control when you hit some ice. You swerved in front of the other people who were coming in traffic, who hit their brakes, and they swerved and crashed into each other. You jumped the median. You missed all the other traffic coming at you, and you somehow ended up here in the woods in front of this tree. You didn't hit any trees, but you just in front of this tree. You must have had somebody watching out over you. And she wiped her brow, and that's when she noticed she was bleeding a little bit on her forehead. She said, I must have. And they sat her on the stretcher, and they treated her forehead, and they loaded her in and went and gave her some treatment in the emergency room. Today's Song of the Day devotional, I've done this song a couple of months earlier. This one's by a different artist, but it's a very poignant and very beautiful song, and the name of the song is His Eye is on the Sparrow. This particular arrangement is by Wintley Phipps. And when we go through life and we have our problems, we have our issues, we all will. If you haven't had them, you will. So just live long enough, you'll have them. And sometimes we get through things and we don't understand how in the world we got through it. We go through situations or we face problems and we don't know how that's going to end up. We don't know how it's going to work out, but somehow, some way, things work out. Be encouraged on today that God is looking out for you, even in the times, especially in the times when you don't think he's there. You can't feel him, you can't hear him, you can't trace him. But when you can't feel him, believe, just trust and believe that God is still working on your behalf, He said he would never leave us nor forsake us. And like the song says, his eye is on the sparrow. The sparrow is a very small bird. And if his eye is on that bird, I know he's watching over us. He made us a little lower than the angels, but he's given us a song that no other creature on this planet can sing, that I have been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. No other creature on this planet, no deer, no bull, no sheep, no dog, no cat, no cow, no horse, no orangutan, no car, no flower, nothing on this earth can sing that song but us. And that gives us assurance that he has delivered us, he will deliver us, he will continue to deliver us. If we trust him and believe him, no matter what happens, no matter what we're going through, God is a healer, he is a deliverer. When he says it, he will establish it, and he will not go back on it. He will establish his word, he will live on his word, he will stand by his word, he will operate by his word. So be encouraged on today on that. Today's devotional is dedicated to a very, very good friend. I call her one of my moms, and she has her birthday today. She is a cancer survivor, and she has gone through a lot of stuff in her life, but she is still going strong. And I just want to wish a very happy birthday to Kathy McMillan. I call her my executive producer because she is always sending out more shares of this and giving me so much material on which to base the devotionals on. Mrs. McMillan, I hope you are doing well. Happy birthday. God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. May he continue to heal you, lift you up, and encourage you to be the best that you can be. Thank you for your service in the education realm. You are such a strong and powerful woman of God. And I thank you for your love and your support. I thank you for being such a great person. God bless you and happy birthday. If you have any other comments you would like to give, or any birthday shout outs, song requests, or anything like that, you may leave them in your comments below this video, or you can send me a note on Facebook Messenger, or send me an email at wilkinssongofday@gmail.com. That's all one word. I really thank you for your support of this devotional ministry. God bless you. Get a good word on today, whether it be social media or in person. Let God feel something in you that was missing throughout this week. Let him fill you up to get you through the next week. God bless you, and enjoy today's song of the day, His Eye is on the Sparrow, by Wintley Phipps. God bless.
You are the lyrics to
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home, when Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Because I'm happy. Yes, I the sparrow, and I know He watches over me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches. I know He's watching over me. I know He's watching over me. And I sing because I'm happy. Oh Lord, you know I sing because I'm free, for His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He's watching over me. His eye is on the sparrow. I know He's watching over me. And I know He's watching over